Hi, second graders. This week we're going to be working in lesson 11 of our Ready Math book. And this lesson is all about reading and writing three-digit numbers. So we should have a great success this week with this lesson. Last week we just kind of gained an understanding of what a three-digit number actually was, what those digits represented, and this week is just a continuation of that. So we're just going to be working more with three-digit numbers. So before I start in the instruction book today, I just wanted to kind of go over some of the different ways that we can represent a three-digit number. So on my screen, I'm showing you that you can represent three-digit numbers using place value models. And so here I have the place value models, and I have hundreds. It looks like I've got 3 hundreds here. So let me get my pen. I'm going to change color. Okay, so I see I have a yellow 100, so there's 100 right there. And I've got a green one, so there's a second 100, and then I've got a red one. So I've got 3 hundreds blocks right there. And I've got tens, and it looks like I've got 2 tens, right? And I've got some ones, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. And when I look at that number, I can then take those numbers and put those into a place value chart. And that's what I have here, a place value chart. My writing is not very neat. Okay, so here's a place value chart, and I can take my numbers and I can plug them into the place value chart. So I said that I've got 3 hundreds. So I can put my 3 here in the hundreds place. I've got 2 tens, so I can put my 2 there, and I've got 7 ones, and I can put my ones there. And I can easily see that my three-digit number is 327, all right? Now there's another way that we can write a three-digit number, and that's by using the expanded form of the number. So let's write in the values. The expanded form is talking about what each of those digits represent, or what do they mean? What is their value? So yes, I have 3 hundreds, but how many is that in total? That is 300, okay? So the value of this number and digit, and the value of these blocks is 300. So now let's take a look at the tens. All right, I see a digit 2 there, but that is not the value. The value is the total of those 2 tens. And so 2 tens is a value of 20. And I can put my 20 there. So far I have 300 plus 20. And now I have my last value to talk about, and that is how many ones I have. I do have 7 ones. The value is 7, and so I can put that in my ones place. And when I add those numbers up, those values, I add 300 plus 20 plus 7, and I get 327, okay? And then last but not least, we can write this number, or this word, the number out in words. We can represent it with words. So I would say 300, 27. And that's that number written out in words. You also will see the digits like this: 300 and 2 tens and 7 ones. Okay, or they may put a plus sign in place of the and, okay? So that's also showing this number represented in words. All right, we're going to do another one. Let's see. Let's go to my next one. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a look at how this number is represented. And first we're going to take a look at our models. So I've used place value models to represent a new number. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my chart. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, and I'll put that in my chart. And I have 1, 2 ones. So I'm going to put that in my chart. I can see my 3-digit number is 452. So this, I forgot to tell you, this is the standard form. The standard form is 452. Let's put it in expanded form now. The digit 4 here, representing the hundreds, is a value of 400. The digit 5 in the tens place, if I have 5 tens, I know I have a value of 50, because when I count 5 tens, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then the 2 ones, the value is just a 2. Okay, and when I add those values together, 400 plus 50 plus 2, I get 452. So remember, the expanded is talking about the values of each digit, okay? Now in word form, I would write 400, 52. Or you may see a mixture of digits and words, and it could say 400s plus 5 tens plus 2 ones. So we have many different ways to represent a 3-digit number. All right, so let's take a look now at our instruction book, and today we're going to cover the instruction book pages 96 and 97. So let's take a look at our very first problem. And as usual, when we have some kind of a word problem, we're going to read it and try to understand what it's actually telling us. So let's read together. Jan buys 2 packs of 100 balloons. She also buys 7 packs of 10 balloons and 5 single balloons. How many balloons does Jan buy? Well, we're pretty lucky. They've given us some pictures, and I can clearly see on the pictures the packages are labeled, so that really does help me understand what's going on in this story. So let's take a look, and I can see we have 2 packs of 100 balloons, and that means there's 100 balloons inside this pack and 100 in that pack. So that's just like saying that we have 2 hundreds, right? So over here, I think we ought to go ahead and write a little place value chart. Remember, we do an H, a capital H, and then put our cross line at the top. So now there's the hundreds, here's the tens, here's the ones. And we see that we have 2 packs of 100, so that's 2 hundreds. Now let's read further. It says she also buys 7 packs of 10 balloons. And here I can see my 10. There's 10 in that pack. There's 10 here. So each one of these has 10s, or 10 balloons inside. That's just like our place value models, the tens, right? So if I have 7 of those, that means I have 7 tens, and I can put that in my place value chart. And then finally we have 5 single balloons, and those are the ones, correct? Yes, so I have 5 ones. And there we have taken what our story has given us. we looked at the pictures and we determined that they're really giving us the numbers for a place value chart and telling us what the values are and how many we have. So let's go ahead and look at our questions now. So let's answer question A. It says 2 packs of 100 equals how many hundreds? The number of balloons in 2 packs of 100 is blank. Okay, so I'm going to help you with this first one. It wants us to know how many hundreds we have. 2 packs of 100. How many hundreds? Okay, so let's take a look here. How many hundreds do we have? And I can count them right here. I've got 100, 2. So I've got 2 hundreds. Okay? This part of the problem, the number of balloons that I have in 2 packs of 100 is. Now it wants the value. What is the total number of balloons if I have 100 here and 100 here? If I add those two numbers, what do I get? And my answer is 200. So this is asking the value. Okay, and this just simply wants to know how many hundreds we have. Okay, that's this one. So now I'm going to let you do B and see if you can complete B about the tens, and I'll read it for you. 7 packs of 10 equals how many tens? Okay, so remember you're looking at the place value chart now. And then this part, the number of balloons in 7 packs of 10 is how many? And that they want the value of the tens. So I'm going to have you pause the video and I'm going to have you go ahead and fill in the answers to B. How many tens are there and what is the value? If I have 7 packs of 10, how many total balloons would that be? Pause the video now. Okay, I hope you have the correct answer. And so you should have that 7 packs of 10 is the same as 7 tens. And the number of balloons that you would have if you had 7 packs of 10 is 70. So hopefully you got that as your answer for B. Let's move on to C, and you're going to do C all by yourself as well. C wants to know if you have 5 single balloons, how many ones would that be? And the number of single balloons is blank. And of course, that's our value. Go ahead and pause the video and complete C. All right, and now you can see that your answer is I would have 5 ones if I had 5 single balloons, and of course the number, the total number I would have would still just be 5. That's its value. Okay, so we have a value of 200. We have a value of 70 and a value of 5. You need that in information because now we're going to be writing the values on our lines here. Remember, the expanded form is talking about the values. So D says complete the equation to find the total number of balloons. Remember, we need our values this time. So pause the video, write your values in the spaces, and then get our final 3-digit answer there. All right, I hope you have the correct answer for D. We have 200 plus 70 plus 5, and our 3-digit number is 275. So I hope you got that right, and let's move on to the next page. Page 97 at the top really is just giving you a little bit more information about what digits are and how we can put digits together to create numbers, okay? So I'm going to read it to you. It says the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 make up all numbers, okay? Any number you have is going to be made up of digits from that list. The digits place in a number tell its value, and that's why we call it the place value. Okay, so it depends on where that digit is located in the number, and then we know what the value is. So let's take a look at this. It says the same digit can have different values. Look at the value of each 4 in this number. So they're giving us the number 444. I'm using the same digit in all 3 places. I am using the digit 4 in the hundreds place, I'm using the digit 4 in the tens place, and I'm using that same digit 4 in the ones place. But this one, let me get a different color. This one here in the hundreds place is not representing 4, a value of 4. It's not the value of 40, it's the value of 400, and that's because its location tells us it's in the hundreds place, so that is the value of 400. Moving to this 4, the digit 4, its value is not 4 either. Its value is 400, and it's because of where it's located in the tens place. So this is in the hundreds place, this one's in the tens place, and finally this digit 4, because of where it's located in the ones place, it has a value of 4. Okay, and that is the ones place. So no matter what digit you're using, the value is determined by where it is placed in the number. Okay, so let's take a look at this question here. It says, when does the digit 8 have a value of 8? I'm going to read it again. When does the digit 8 have a value of 80? And I'm going to read it one more time. When does the digit 8 have a value of 800? So it's giving us 3 questions right there. And then it says, what are some 3-digit numbers that show these values? So because we're not in a live classroom together right now, and you're doing this on your own without, you can't really work with a partner, I'm going to go ahead and give you some numbers, okay? And one of the digits will be an 8. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an 8, and let's give you a 4, and we're going to give us another number to use, or a digit 6. Okay, so using those 3 numbers, or those 3 digits, you're going to build 3-digit numbers that will answer the questions asked here. So when does the digit 8 have a value of 8? Let's go ahead and answer that one together, and then you can finish writing sentences to answer the other 2. So let's say that 8, let's say the digit 8 has a value of 8 when it is in the ones place, comma, like in the number, and here I'm going to use those 3 numbers, but this time I'm going to put the digit 8 in the ones place. So I'm just going to say 648. Okay, I'm going to put my little dot under that 8, showing that that's what I'm talking about. All right, so I've given you a sentence to answer, when does the digit 8 have a value of 8? So now you're going to write a sentence, and you can use the one that I wrote as your example, but you're going to talk about when it is 80, when the value is 80, and then you're going to write another sentence to say when the value is 800, all right? You'll use these 3 digits to come up with your 3-digit number for your example. All right, pause the video, go ahead and write your sentences, and then come back and we'll see how we compare. Okay, I hope you finished writing your 2 sentences, and this is how I finished out mine, and hopefully you have something similar. I wrote in blue, it has a value, I'm right here, it has a value of 80 when it's in the tens place, like in, and I wrote 684, and you could have used the 486 if you would have liked. And then I wrote my last sentence in green. I said it has a value of 800 when it's in the hundreds place. And then my example number was 864, and you could have written 846 using those 3 digits. All right, I hope you enjoyed that lesson and have a better understanding of reading and writing 3-digit numbers. Goodbye.